Now, our company is called Accelerate. It was founded in 2002 as a nutrition company exclusively for professional athletes. So, Accelerate was made for professional athletes. I'm going to spell this out, X-E-L-R and the number 8. And so initially the company was not a home-based business. It was a nutrition company for professional athletes. Today we have 350 professional athletes that already use our products. When we're finished with this presentation, we'll give you a website. You can go on there and look at some of the athletes. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but here's a couple of our athletes here. We have 90 athletes that are also endorsers with the company, which means they allow us to use their name on our video, on our website, on our printed materials, what have you. Some of these people you may be familiar with. Curt Schilling will be a Hall of Fame baseball player. He's a great pitcher with the Red Sox. You got Randy Johnson, who will also be a Hall of Famer one day. Carson Palmer, who's a Heisman Trophy winner, the quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals. There's just a whole host. You got A.J. Hawk, big Ohio State alum now with the Green Bay Packers. And then we have people who are customers who use our products on a regular basis. Tom Brady, who's just on People Magazine's website holding his box of the Accelerate. You have Tom Brady, Brett Favre, Carmelo Anthony, all use our products. That's huge. Now, first of all, what does that do for us? I mean, I'm not an athlete. I'm sure most of the people watching this video are not athletes. One is it gives our company credibility. A lot of people look at home-based businesses and they say, well, I don't know if this is real. It sounds too good to be true. But when they see Carson Palmer, Curt Schilling, Randy Johnson, people like that affiliated with the company, they know it's not a scam. These people obviously make $15, $20 million a year. They wouldn't be endorsing a company that wasn't legitimate. So that takes away that question or that concern for people that are looking at your business, having that caliber of athlete involved. It also gives credibility to your business. These people, to your product. These people obviously make millions of dollars a year. If they put the wrong product in their body, they could lose $20 million a year. And also they get tested on a regular basis. So our product had to be tested for safety through the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball, the Olympics. That gives a lot of credibility to your product. Now, last year, the company decided to not only provide nutrition to professional athletes, but to also provide nutrition for regular folks like you and I, and introduce Bazzi. Bazzi is a healthy beverage or a nutritional supplement. And basically, the word Bazzi means 8 elements in Chinese, and the 8 elements represent the 8 different fruits that are in the product. The main ingredient is a fruit from China called the jeju berry. The jeju berry has been used in China for over 4,000 years to cleanse the blood, the liver, the spleen. They call it the fruit of immortality. This is really the first time it's been made available in mainstream here in the United States, but that is the jeju berry. There's 8 fruits in the product. The other fruits are mangosteen, goji, sea buckthorn berry, acai berry from Brazil. You may have heard a lot about that particular fruit. And then blueberries, pomegranates, and raspberries. All extremely powerful fruits. And this is the first time they've all been made available in one particular product. The product is also fortified with vitamins and minerals. 12 vitamins and 68 trace minerals in every single shot of Bazzi. Now, that's amazing. And what does it do for you? First of all, this isn't a drink. This looks like a drink I could just drink when it's hot outside and I want a refreshing drink, but that's not the case. This is a supplement, which means you just take a couple ounces a day. If you drink this whole bottle, you'll be breakdancing with no music. You take a couple ounces a day. This bottle should last you a week or 2. But that's the product. Now, what does it do for you? I'm not the person to sit here and tell you that you're going to grow a new leg or something because you're drinking Bazzi, but it is extremely good nutrition, and we all know nutrition is preventive. If people in America get sick because of what they don't eat, they get sick because they're putting the wrong nutrition or no nutrition at all in their body. And by getting good nutrition in your body, you're going to prevent yourself from getting a lot of sicknesses. But there's also been people who have certain sicknesses that have had some help. My dad had a quintuple bypass in May of 2006. He had to retire from his job. He had to retire from his church. By January 2007, when the product came out, I shipped him some from Georgia. And after a couple weeks of taking the product, he was able to walk around his entire block. And because of the product, he was able to start exercising, able to get around and live a enjoyable retirement because of the product. We have a young lady on our team who's a radio personality here locally who has multiple sclerosis. She started taking the product, and she stopped taking a lot of her medication. She got off a lot of her pain medication, and she also said she had increased feeling in her joints. People who have arthritis have bragged about not having to take certain medications anymore. And then one of my good friends has asthma, and he's been on the product since March of last year. And this gentleman no longer has a prescription for an inhaler. And again, I'm making no claims that this does anything in particular for everybody. But everybody, there's 12 vitamins, 68 minerals, 8 different fruits. All the fruits do different things for people's bodies. They all have specific health benefits. And again, we can make no claims that you're going to be healed of anything or it's going to cure anything, but it's good for you, and different people have amazing, amazing results. But that is the product. You just take an ounce or 2 ounces every morning. You can take up to 5 ounces every morning. I take it. It helps me get my energy immediately. Some people have lost weight from the product because there's so much nutrition in it. People, when they take a shot, aren't hungry. You know, they don't eat as much because there's so much nutrition. Americans eat a lot of food, but the food has no nutrition in it. And that's why people keep eating and eating and eating, because their body's sending messages to their brain that says, hey, we're hungry and we need some nutrition, but the food doesn't have nutrition. So you have a lot of overweight people in America who are malnutrition. So if you get nutrition in your body's not going to crave as much food. But that's our product. Now, this business is again, it's a great, we have an amazing, life-changing product. We've got amazing athletes involved with our product. We've got amazing timing. We have a publicly traded company. But this business is really about your dreams, what it is that you want. Again, I wanted to be financially independent. I wanted to be able to not work for somebody all my life. That's why I got started in this industry, and that's really what helped me be able to walk away from my job at the tender age of 25 years old. But most people, you know, they have the same desires. Everybody has their own reasons why they want to earn an extra income, why they want the more time, and maybe with your kids or what have you. So I like to do this dream circle to illustrate. And I want you to do this exercise at home. If you got a pen and paper, what would you do if you had an extra $1,000 coming in from your business every single month? What would you do with that? Some people say, well, I'll pay my bills off. I pay some bills. Or I pay on my student loans. Or I get a different car, a new car. Or I save it for a home or a new home. I mean, I've heard all types of things. And then let's dream even bigger. Let's say you make an extra $5,000 every single. You still got your job. You're making an extra $5,000 a month. What are you doing with that money? And people tell me all the time, well, I'd move, I'd relocate, new home, maybe 5 bedrooms. And you still got your money coming in from your job as well. It's a new home, say a 5-bedroom home. Some people say I'd travel, I'd go to Tokyo. Some people say I'd help my mom. I put my kids in private schools. Whatever the case may be, write those things down that you want to do, or that you would do with $5,000. And then let's say you make an extra $15,000 a month. $15,000 extra a month. What are you doing with it? And at this point, people start saying, I'll get my dream car, get a Lamborghini, or I'd buy a mansion, or I'd pay off all my debt. Whatever the case may be, is your dreams. Now, I call this a dream circle. And this is life as we would like it to be. And it's unfortunate that most people, you ask a 12-year-old what you want to be when you grow up, and they say, well, I want to have an island, I want to have a helicopter, I want to be an astronaut, you know, I want to have 3 mansions all over the country. You ask that same person 20 years later, and they, well, I just want to get my rent paid on time, or I want to put my gas tank on full for once. And it's unfortunate. What happened to that dreaming kid? Life happened. I mean, I know you've probably been disappointed. You've had businesses that have let you down. You've had jobs that you've been laid off from. You've had relationships that may not have gone right. And so people, a lot of times, they just stop dreaming because they're afraid of getting hurt again. They say, if I don't dream, I don't have to worry about getting hurt again. But please believe, every single person that's in that B quadrant, that's wealthy, they had to first dream about being wealthy before they got there. And so if you don't have the audacity to dream, then it can't happen for you. And that's really the first step here, is to get these dreams down. And then this is our income circle. Now, obviously, our income circle is a little smaller than our dream circle. But what most people end up doing is they shrink their dreams down to meet their income. Instead of getting a mansion, you know, they get, maybe they draw a mansion or get a magazine picture and just cut out a mansion. Instead of getting a Lamborghini, they get a model Lamborghini. Instead of paying all their bills off, they're just making the minimum payment. Instead of getting a new car, you know, maybe they get new tires. And so most people, adults, they shrink their dreams down to meet their income. And that's unfortunate, because I don't think that you should have to live like